topic.
Yeah,
When here it go.
Yeah, so I like to do surprise stuff. This just popped up in my head. I do this all the time because when you come to Thought Opps, you can't prepare. You just gotta. It's like a freestyle. You said you were an artist. You rap too, so this is like a freestyle. So, and most of the time, it always has something to do with what he posts.
What did I post?
So he posted something. You posted something. Was it yesterday or the day before? Talking about Jody off of Baby Boy.
Yeah.
And it kind of...
I posted on Instagram, too. I think you probably see it.
I didn't think I see that post.
Yeah, and it was something to the extent where Jody was 19, and they was treating him like a 30-year-old
bum. Yeah, they was like, Jody was... Did you ever see Baby Boy?
Yeah.
Jody was 19.
I didn't know he was 19 right there.
1920. The story was written because I was watching the podcast, and they had the writers and stuff on there.
He was a baby?
He was 19, but he had 2 kids, though.
Yeah,
2 baby mamas.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? 2 kids, 2 baby mamas. But... Old girl was 24. Old girl was 24.
Who? Which one?
Taraji. She was 24. He was 19. So the son was like 5.
Yeah.
So that means she was like 19, and he was like 14.
Yeah.
So the story gets even crazier.
Yeah.
So but back in the day, stuff like that happened all the time.
Yeah.
Even with girls.
Yeah.
Girls was like 14, and they have like a 21-year-old baby daddy. So, but go ahead.
So we just went on a rabbit hole.
We went somewhere else.
Because that's crazy.
Real quick.
I didn't even know how old he was in that movie. That's dude
crazy.
Did a lot.
Till I saw the writers talking about it, I was like, that's strange, but that's Hollywood.
But you know what? What that brought up this topic, and it's like you younger than us, but I remember like us growing up, and we were kind of, even though we had both our parents in the house, we were kind of forced to grow up real fast at a young age. And I was looking back, and it's like I'm the oldest of 3, and I had a lot of responsibilities, and I feel like I kind of like didn't get all my childhood. Mm-hmm. So I look at my son's childhood now compared to mine, and I was brought up to be a grown-up so fast. And it just, when you said that, it just kind of brought me back to my childhood. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, I really didn't get a childhood because like my dad was on me. My dad was like a drill sergeant. I was made to do stuff. And I'm looking at my son's age. Now my son's 10. And I was like, man, when I was 10 years old, we was staying at the house by ourselves. Mm-hmm. We was, we was like cooking.
Okay,
like,
help.
Yeah, we was.
And it's just like we were really...
like they can do nothing nowadays.
Yeah, and it's like we were really advanced for our age, and we were forced to grow up. For some reason, we were forced to grow up real fast.
Because let me think about it. I came to America when I was 8. So I remember being in the house 8. My other brother was 10. And my other brother was 12.
Yeah.
Them little kids should have not been in the house by themselves.
But that was normal back in the day.
That was normal back in the day. Do you remember, all right, not trying to cut you off, but do you remember Saturday morning? Mm-hmm. You wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, you watch some cartoons or whatever, but by 10 o'clock, you was like a grown man. You been out.
Oh, yeah, we outside.
You in the streets.
Yeah.
And your mama be like, just come home before the lights come on.
I don't care what you did all that time.
Right. But think about it. You gone from 10. That's a full-time job plus overtime. And then you gone from 10 to 10.
And we outside trying to find us meals. We eating.
You right, 10 to 9. You walk into the corner store. You know what I'm saying? You like, I remember, this is crazy. I remember, I'm not trying, I'm going to let you get it. But I remember I was 11 years old. Mm-hmm. I think I told you the story. And it was me, the girl Candace, my brother. If I was 11, my brother was 13. And Demetrius, Demetrius is a year younger than me. So I was 11, Demetrius was like 10. Yeah. We all walking up 131st. You know 131st at? We from the hood. So we were all walking up 131st. And it was some dudes. I'm talking about these dudes. They was in their 20s. Pulled a gun out on us, trying to rob us. Like stuff like that happened to us. But guess who parents don't know about that?
And would never.
None of our parents know about that.
Yeah, they know.
You know what I'm saying? These kids would ran home and told their mama right away. Mm-hmm. But we thought like this is like we not. You know what I'm saying? This rough. This is what we got to go through.
Yeah, but it brings back to like the movie Baby Boy. Like he was exposed to a lot. Like we were exposed to a lot.
So much.
Like I was exposed God rest my mother's soul. But you know, we was exposed to seeing people drink. We was exposed to seeing people smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? We was exposed to a lot compared to like what my son is exposed to now. And when you put that up, I was like, man, that is like it's crazy because I never paid attention to it because you feel like he was a grown man, but he was a teenager. And we as teenagers, we grew up fast. Like I was drinking when I was 16 and doing stuff. I was 18 years old, knowing people that work at clubs, getting bracelets, going in there, I was getting lit in clubs at 18, getting drunk. You know, like
I feel like I'm not about because I remember. All right, so I showed you where I grew up at, right?
Yeah.
131st. So you remember, you see the Catholic church across the street?
Yeah.
Okay, I told you the story. Like the Catholic church across the street, 13 years old. Demetrius is 12. Jamal is 13. Jamal is 14. Then it's like Bip and them was older, so they was up. They was up in the house doing that. Then my brother, I'm 13. My brother 15. My other brother, he 17, but he started late. My oldest brother, he started. We was on drugs before him. But we all at the Catholic church in the pit. There's a pit at the Catholic church. We all over there getting high.
In the pit?
In the pit. We smoking weed. Like, that's where we went to go get high because we felt like it brought us closer to God. But my parents never. Well, they knew, but they didn't know how much. They didn't know how much of a part of our childhood that was.
That's sweet.
My father preacher, so
okay,
and a real preacher. Like, don't cuss, don't and imagine having these hoodlums living in your house.
Yeah, but it made a lot of sense because at first I was shocked because I didn't know his age in the movie. I don't think I ever paid attention to his age in the movie. So when I heard the age, I was like shocked, like, dang, he was that young. But then it made a lot of sense because that was our childhood and how we grew up. I mean, it's crazy because we kind of talk down on the younger generation now, and they basically doing the same thing we were doing. Even though we were worse. Yeah, no, I think we had a little bit more respect.
I think the respect.
Because we hid it, but like, nah, these young folks just put it in people's face.
We were braver. Let's say we were braver. I ain't gonna say we were worse. We were just a lot braver. Like
braver.
Like we were like braver, like because we didn't like they stay on video games all day. A lot of them, like a lot of them stay on video games all day. They stay in the house. A lot of them, not all of them, but it was
they're not going across the street and around the corner.
Yeah.
A lot of
we explored. Like we explored, dude. Like our generation, we explored, and it was bad. Yeah, we was terrible. We just didn't disrespect our parents.
Yeah. Or older adults,
or school people and stuff like that. We were kind of like we get smart and stuff, but we wouldn't be up there trying to fight no teacher. You know what I'm saying?
It was levels.
It was levels. It was like, okay, say something else and you're going to detention. It was like, oh, I'll shut up because as soon as my parents find out about this detention, but it was kind of like a lot of times too. I think a lot of times, like a lot of these teachers just there for a check too. So. Did y'all see that girl, the stud girl?
Yeah, I seen it.
The stud girl who got fired on her first day.
Yeah. On her first day.
Talking about this a hustle, and she like taking flicks. Talking about they trying to. She took the camera, looked at this little girl. This girl was like 13, and she's like, "Woo, these kids trying to take me down."
Yeah, she was recording.
She was recording. I feel like she should have been fired before, but she
got fired on the first.
But you see the one thing she said, "This a hustle. I found a new hustle. I'm a substitute." What you call teaching people?
And then she was dressed up and she had a big old chain.
That chain was so plastic, big old plastic chain.
But it was people that was defending her, and this is
where do you see people defending her?
It was a lot of people that was it was a lot of people that follow her that was defending her.
Oh, her followers.
Yeah. They was defending her, and me being in working for a school district and being in public education for over 23 years.
You're having a son.
It's like rule number one: you do not record while you in school.
People kids.
That's crazy.
You do not record, take pictures. Or anything. That's rule number one. You do not make TikToks at school. That's They tell it's an employee handbook.
So did you I think she took down all her stuff, her Instagram stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm nosy. You know, we got a podcast, so I went on her Instagram, and I think she took it down because I can't find it again. And she, you know how she talking about she's not into X, like she's not into stuff, like people are sick thinking she's like that.
Yeah.
You know when she do those fit checks? Like every fit check, she got a one of those things that women use.
Oh yeah. I heard that.
Like the she has that on there.
Wow.
And she talks about X a lot.
Wow.
That's all she talks about is like freaking other, like it's just like, man, these people are sick and don't need to be around nobody kids. You can be whatever you want to do what you want to do, but keep that mess away from people's kids.
I can tell you some stories in school districts, but I
Yeah.
don't want to get nobody.
Dude,
fired.
I remember being in school, being 13 years old, having a friend we both was 13 years old. I remember his brother was like 15, but his brother looked older, and his brother was like sleeping with faculty in the school. And I'm sure like that wasn't the only, you know what I'm saying, because this 15-year-old dude.
So he was like Jody.
He looked older than Jody. Man. He looked older than Jody. We used to be like, dang, dude, this dude had a mustache and a beard. He probably had pension. He just looked older. And he was tall too. So
So that brought up a good point. I'm like, man, when you put that, I'm like, man, that is crazy because we were kind of forced to grow up real fast for some reason.
yeah,
Maybe our parents trusted us.
nah. I think times was hard back then.
Yeah.
Especially if you had parents like I'm sure your parents was like my parents. They both probably worked.
Yeah.
Both my parents worked. They came to a different country.
Yeah.
They came from a different country, so they was like, man, you couldn't get on food stamps back then if you came from a different country because it was under about to tell my age, it was under Reagan, and Reagan had you sign where if you get on food stamps, you go right back to your country. You got to go get you a job.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was kind of like you cannot be here and not work, especially like coming from a black country. But you know, like back then they were like people were coming from like different like European countries. They were giving them like loans. Yeah. To like open businesses and stuff. Like racism was alive and kicking it, but they try to act like it doesn't exist. I mean, it still is, but it was under Reagan. It was a different time period back then. But I'm telling my age. But go ahead, Eddie.
No, I'm good.
Okay, we gonna best part of the show coming up. We're about to do your interview.
Uh-oh.
Get all of your business.